Hello, and once again, welcome to this episode of our piano lesson series. On this edition, we are going to learn the formula for running of scale on all the keys. In our previous videos, we have focused on the key of C, but on this episode, we are going to learn on how to run the scale on all the keys so that anyone that wants to practice it on different keys can feel free to do so, because the formula is very easy to understand. Keep watching and stay tuned.
The formula for running a scale on all the keys is known as tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. What it simply means is that the movement from the first note, the do, to the second note, the re, is a tone movement, meaning that you will jump the first note you meet. Whether it is a black or white note, it does not matter. Then the second move is equally a tone move, which is the move from the re to mi. Then after that, the next move is what is known as the semitone, meaning that you will not skip any note or any key, and at that point you just go straight. Then after that, the next move is a tone movement, which means you will skip the next key or the next note to get your destination, that is so. Then after so, the next move is equally a tone movement, which means you skip the next key or next note to get your destination, which is la. After the la note, the next move is equally a tone movement, which means you skip the next key or note, which will get you to T. Then after the T note, you don't need to skip because it's a semitone movement. So that means you go direct to the note you see, which takes you back to the first note, which is do. So that is the formula for running a scale on all the keys, but we are just using key C as an illustration key just to confirm if what we did worked. I will now be playing the sound of the note for you to be sure that it worked. Let's start with the first note. Do, do. You skip because it's a tone movement. Re. You skip again because it's a tone movement. Mi. This time around you don't skip because it's a semitone movement. Fa. Then after this you skip because it is a tone movement. So. After this you skip because it's a tone movement. La. After la you skip because it's a tone movement. T. After T, you don't skip because it's a semitone movement. You just go straight to the next note. So as descending, you still apply the same pattern. So let us now try a different key in order to be sure that what we just did is actually applicable to all the keys. We just used key C as an example. So let us try key D. This is key D. Like I said, the first note, the movement from the first note is do. Do. And the movement from the first note, which is do, to the next note, which is re, is a tone movement, meaning you will skip re. The movement from re to mi is a tone movement, which means you skip the next note, which is this. The movement from the mi to the next note is a semitone movement. That means you are not going to skip any note. You just go direct to the next note, which is fa. The movement from fa to the next note, which is so, is a tone movement. That means you skip the next available key. So the movement from so to the next note, which is la, is a tone, which means you skip the next key. La. The movement from la to the next note, which is T, is a tone movement. That means you still skip the next note before you get to your destination. You skip this. The movement from T to Do is equally a semitone movement, which means you will not skip, you just go direct. So we have arrived at our destination, which is the Do, and we started from Do, then the same thing. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. You are skipping when it is a tone movement, and when it is a semitone movement, you go straight to the next key without skipping. That is all about the formula for running a scale on all the keys. This can be applied to all the keys from A to G, from C to G. It doesn't change. Just like we practice on C and practice on D, it's the same thing with all the keys. Before we round up, let us try it one more time. Do, on key C, you skip the next. Re, you skip the next. Mi, you don't skip. Fa, you skip the next. So, you skip the next. La, you skip the next. Ti, you don't skip. Do. Let us try key C sharp. Do, you skip the next. Re, you skip the next. Mi, you don't skip. Fa, you skip the next. So, you don't skip. You skip the next. La, you skip the next. Ti, you don't skip. Do. Like I said, you only skip when you have a tone movement, and you skip. You don't skip when you have a semitone movement, and you skip when you have a tone movement. And that makes the formula tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Tone means you skip one key to get your destination. Semitone means you don't skip, you just go direct to the next note.
Thank you for watching today's episode of the program. I'm sure it was very educating. Now, for updates on my next video, make sure you click the notification bell. Also, don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel and you'll be glad you did. Until next time, bye bye.